Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is Kaetech Digital. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a recipe blog website. So let's say you have an idea to create a food blog, or you're a food content creator, and then you create recipes for your your subscribers or whoever it is that you are, or your audience that you are creating for. Now this particular website will be able to help you to create a very nice recipe blog or recipe website for yourself. Now this is an amazing website which have everything for you to be able to create your food recipe website. So this is how the website really looks like. I'm just taking you through how the website looks like, and I'm going to take you through one of the recipes and then you see how it looks like. Okay, so I'm going to choose one recipe and then I'll take you through it. So let's look at this spicy chickpea sweet potato stew. So let's go over there and then see how it looks like. All right, so this is a single blog or recipe page over here, and as you can see, you'll be able to add image gallery over here. You can also add videos and other stuff if you want to. And then if you scroll down, these are the details of the food that you are about to prepare. Okay, so you can add images, you can add a whole lot of things that you want to add over here. Then when you go down, and that is where the recipe itself comes into play. So as you can see over here, this is the recipe image that you are going to create. You can pin it in Pinterest. It looks like a book, recipe book and other stuff, but then this is it. Now you can have the author of the recipe, the cooking method, the cuisine, the courses, and then the recipe keys all over here. And then you can also print the recipe, or you can add it to favorite over here. Now if you go over here, we have the difficulty time, the preparation time, the cooking time, the rest time, and then total total time in cooking the food. Okay, now you can also have the cooking temperature, the servings, and then estimated cost also over here, and then the calories involved in this particular food that you are preparing, okay, or the recipe that you're going to show, and then the best season that you can be able to have this particular food. Okay, now if you go down, you can look at the description of the recipe, and then the ingredients also comes into play. So you're going to list, you see all the ingredients over here. Now if you if you take this one, it will cancel it. It means that you've been able to achieve it or have this ingredient. If you check this one, it will cancel it, and so on and so on. Okay, so that is basically it. Now you can also go ahead and then even scale it up. So let's say this is for one, the 7 is for one. Okay, as you can see over here, it's for one, but let's say you want to go scale it up for, let's say 2. Okay, so double it. You can double it, you can even triple it, or you can even make it half. Okay, that is it for the ingredients. Now when you scroll down over here, we see the instructions. Okay, so there are instructions also over here, and with the instructions you can be able to your users or your audience will be able to know how you go about in preparing this particular food. Okay, so all the instructions, you can add videos, you can add everything, you can even mark it as complete. Okay, you can check everything is perfectly well designed over here. Okay, so as you can see, all instructions are well designed over here. And then we also have the next one, which is the nutritional fats also over here. So you see all the nutritional fats of this particular food that you are preparing for the recipe. Okay, so you're gonna see all the nutritional facts over here. Okay, so we scroll down and then you can add additional notes over here. You can also go ahead and add some keywords if you want to add. You can also go ahead and then add some frequently asked questions also over here. You can toggle all, expand all those things you can do. And then you can add your social media also over here. So Instagram and then Pinterest all can be added over here. And then also you can add this or remove it depending on how you want it. And then the person or the person who prepared this recipe, you can be able to add the person's image also over here. Okay, so it's a big deal. And then we also have previously, and then also next one recipe over here. So this is how the recipe looks like. People can also leave comment if they want to leave comment on this particular recipe. So this is how a single recipe looks like, and you can print it out. Okay, so you can print it out. So if I click on print recipe, let's look at how it's going to be like. It's going to be come like this, and then you can look at the print options over here, tick the ones that you want, the ones that you don't want. Okay, so if you only want just the recipe, recipe content, you can tick it. Okay, all those kind of stuff, and that is it. So basically this is how the recipe really looks like, and this is how you can be able to print it out. You can go ahead and print, click on print, and then it will be able to print for you. Okay, so this is how the website that we're going to create looks like. And one of the functions that I really like most is this one, which says suggest me. Now, of course, if maybe you want to do food, but you don't know what kind of food you want to go ahead and prepare, you can click over here, and then the website will suggest to you a kind of recipe, or maybe a new recipe that they want you to go ahead and prepare. So as you can see, it has suggested me. You can still go ahead and click over there. It will give you a new recipe for you to go ahead and then prepare. You have an about page, kind of all recipes over here, so cuisines and all those kind of stuff. We also have the contact and then the blog. Okay, so it goes on and on and on, and this is a very, very beautiful website, well designed. Okay, it is a blog website, so everything that makes it a blog website is what is well done over here, and people will love your content because they can come over here and content are arranged nicely for you to be able to read through. Okay, now this is the website that we're going to create, and if you are ready for it, please sit down well, subscribe to the channel, click the like button, and let's go inside. Alright, so first of all, to be able to create a website, you need a domain name and then hosting. Now, to get a domain name and hosting, you can go to this website over here. Just type in kaetechdigital.com/namecheap. Okay, just go to this particular website, and then you can get a domain name and hosting. Now, I've done a lot of videos about domain name and hosting and all those kind of stuff. You can check the my channel, and then you'll be able to see the videos in my channel, and you'll be able to see how you can be able to buy a domain name and then connect it to your hosting, buy domain, buy hosting, connect them together, and then you'll be able to install WordPress and other stuff. Now, because we don't want to spend much time, I won't take you through all this thing, but if you want to go through how to be able to get domain name and hosting, please watch the channel. Okay, go into the channel and then watch most of the videos over there. It is well explained how you can be able to get domain name and then hosting. I'll put that link in the description for you, and then you can be able to get it for yourself. But let's go back over here, and then this is the newly installed WordPress on my website. Okay, so my website is kaetechtutorials.com, and this is the newly installed WordPress website. Okay, so there is nothing in it. If you go to the back end over here, you see that everything is new. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do some new kind of like settings. Okay, so I'm going to click over here to disable to dismiss the notices over there, and then I'll click on the screen options over here, and then I'll click on tick or uncheck this boxes over here to just clean the dashboard and make the dashboard really clean. Okay, now I know that when I install new plugins and other stuff, some of these notices will come over here, but as time goes on, I'll be able to clear them. Now that I've cleared my dashboard, now I'll go to settings over here, and I'm going to go to general settings. Okay, I'm going to go to general settings over here, and then I'll name my my website. Okay, I'll just type in taste good. Okay, so taste good is my website name. Okay, so that is what taste good. and then you can give what a tagline for it. So any tagline that you want. So let's say food recipe website. Okay, so we're gonna say food recipe website. Okay, now you can choose an icon for it, so site icon for it. You can also go ahead and then if you want to change your admin email, you can do that. If you want people to register on it, you can be able to go ahead and then just click tick this one over here, and then if you are good to go, just click on save changes over here. All right, so the next one that we're going to go ahead to do is to work on the permalinks. Okay, so I'm going to click on permalinks over here, and then I'm going to change the permalink structure from plain to post name. Okay, now the reason why I do that is for SEO purposes, and then also I click on save changes. Okay, so now I have my settings done. Now the next step I'm going to go ahead to do is to go ahead and then install the plugin. Or first of all, let me just go ahead and install the theme. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and install the theme that I'm going to use for this particular website. So I'm going to go ahead and click on themes over here. I'm going to go ahead and click on themes over here, and I'm going to click on add new theme over here, and then over here I'm going to search for a theme called Yummy Bite. Okay, so let me just give a space to it and see if it's going to show. Yes, very good. So Yummy space Bites. Okay, so this is the theme that we're going to use over here, and I'm going to just click on install. Now this theme is on WordPress, so it's very easy to use, and you can install it anytime you want. Okay, so I've installed it. I'm going to go ahead to activate the theme. Okay, so the theme has been activated. Now at the moment you install the theme, it will recommend some certain things for you. So as you can see, this theme recommends the following plugins. So we have the Blossom themes, email newsletter, the Delisho, demo import plus, regenerate thumbnails, smash balloon social photo feed, and WP delicious best WordPress recipe plugin. So this plugin is what does the magic. Okay, and that is what we need. So what we're going to do is this plugin, which is the WP delicious best WordPress recipe plugin. Now it is a recipe plugin which we use in creating recipes. Okay, so even if I install the theme and I don't install the WP delicious plugin, my recipe is not complete. I'm not going to have the best platform to be able to create the recipes that I want. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on begin installing plugins. Okay, all the recommended plugins, I'm going to just click on begin installing plugins. All right, so these are the plugins that is recommended for us, and all these ones I would say they are not really needed, but this is the most needed plugin. Okay, this one is the one that runs the website. Okay, so this one will give you all the platform to be able to create every recipe that you want to create. So I'm going to select all of them, and then I'll click on bulk actions, and I'll click on install, and I'll click on apply. All right guys, so our plugin has been successful. All the plugins has been successfully installed. Okay, so I'm going to click on return to required plugins installer, and then as you can see they've all been installed, and I'll still click on this particular one checkbox over here to check all the plugins, and I'll click on bulk actions, and this time around I'm going to click on update. Okay, and I click activate, sorry, and I click on what apply to be able to apply it. Okay, so it has all been activated. All what I need to do is to click on return to dashboard, and as you can see we have a lot of menu items over here. Okay, so as you can see this is WP delicious, right? This is the plugin that we need. This is the recipe. Okay, so it comes with a recipe and all those things. Now if you go to the plugins over here and click on installed plugins, you're gonna see that all the plugins has been successfully installed. Okay, so if you go on it, you see all the plugins has been successfully installed, and that is how we can be able to install the plugin. So they're saying that you are one step away, complete the activation. Now if you have the pro version, you're gonna click over here to complete the activation. So thanks for using WP blah blah blah, proceed to setup. So we're gonna just proceed to set up, or you can skip this one, but we want to proceed to set up. We want to set it up. So what we're going to go ahead is to click on proceed to set up. Now you can choose your primary color and every color that you want. Okay, so all the colors that you want, you can choose it. If you are okay with it, just click on next over here. And then also over here, you need to make sure that you set your permalinks right. Okay, so these are all the permalinks over here: the base, course base, okay, the cuisine base, and then we also have the cooking method base, the key base, the tag base, the badge base, and so on and so on. So these are what? These are all the permalinks that you need to set it up before you can be able to use the plugin. Now if everything is okay for you, you're gonna click on next over here, and then over here it says additional settings. Now with additional settings, what are we supposed to do? So it says additional settings to customize your experience with a repeat delicious plugin. Now display recipes on homepage. If you want to display recipes on homepage, you have to enable this button. Now if you want to create the recipe search page, you can also click over here, and then if you've created it already, you just select the page that you want to use. Okay, but I'm going to just click on finish over here, and then click on go to settings. All right, so it says that never miss an update. Make sure that you allow and continue. Okay, so just allow and opt in and allow and continue. And then what we're going to do is we're going to import demo data for our website. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and import demo data for our website. So how do we import the demo data for our website? And that is exactly where we're going to go. So if you scroll down over here, I'm going to go to, let me go to the themes. If you go to themes, appearance over here, okay, so if you go to appearance over here and you come down, you see that we have demo importer plus. Okay, now remember that we installed this particular theme and particular plugin. Okay, so if you go to plugins over here, go to installed plugins, you will see this plugin over there. So this is what where is it? The demo importer plus. This particular plugin is what we are talking about. So go to appearance over here and then go to demo importer plus, click on it. Now the reason why we want demo for demo content for our website is we don't want to start creating the website from scratch. It's going to take a long time, but we want to import some demo over here. So as you can see, this is the demo content. That there are a lot of demo over here, but most of them are the pro version. Okay, so since we don't have the pro version now, and then we want to use the free version, then we're going to go ahead with this particular one. So we will click on import over here. Just click on import, and then these are the templates that are going to import for us. So what we're going to do is we want to import the complete site. Okay, so I'm going to click over here, and then it will tell you some of the things. Now you see, one thing about importing demo and other stuff is read whatever comes. Don't just be clicking next or want to proceed, and just read it. Okay, so when you import the demo content, it may override your existing content. It is recommended to import demo data on a new site or with a site with dummy data. So as you can see, this is a new site over here. So I just want to proceed, so I click on proceed, and then the demo server connection. So it's going to connect to the demo server. It is connected successfully, so I'm going to click on continue over here. Now as you can see, these are the things that you need. Okay, so you need the maximum execution time, which is 360. You need a memory limit, which is 256 megabyte. You need post maximum size limit, which is 32. You also make sure that your server have all these things. Okay, maximum file size, which is 32, and as you can see, everything is correct for me. I'm going to just click on the blue button over here. Now over here, they will tell you that you need this thing, plugins activated, install and activated. These are the required plugins, okay, for the website or the demo to work. So these plugins, if they are not installed and activated, they're going to be installed over here for you. So I'm going to just click on continue, and then over here the customizer settings, the widget, the content, and then if you have any previous imported site, it can be able to delete over here. But I'm just going to click on continue, and then I'm going to wait for my site to be imported for me. All right guys, so the website has been imported successfully, as you can see over here, and then we are ready to go. So we can go ahead and then view our website, or we can go ahead and customize the website. But I'm going to go ahead and close this one over here, and I'm going to come in over here, and then I will refresh the website to see if everything is working perfectly. And as you can see over here, the website is now live over here. Everything is working perfectly as seen over here. The only thing we have to fix is our footer over here, just because the Instagram feed is not setting it up. But I will disable the Instagram feed over here, and I'm sure the footer will work perfectly. So let me go to this place, go to customize. I'm going to go to customize to disable the Instagram feed so that the footer will all work perfectly well for us. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down over here. I'm going to scroll down over here and then click on this one. Let me see. Okay, so this is footer one widget. Okay, so as you can see, there are content over here, but you can't see it over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this place and then locate where the Instagram is. Okay, so let me see, front page settings over here, under general settings over here. Okay, so scroll down and you're gonna see Instagram settings over here. Just click on it and then make sure that you disable it. Okay, so I'm gonna just disable the Instagram feed over here because I'm not using any Instagram over there. And as you can see, my footer is now working perfectly over here. So I'm just going to publish this one and close this customizer side over here. And if I scroll down, I'm supposed to see my footer working perfectly over here. So basically that is how you can make your footer also show up if you import this template or this demo content over here. Now that we've imported the demo content and now that everything is working successfully, now it is up to us to be able to go and then see how the plugin also works. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and then look at the plugin settings, and then we create a recipe so that we can be able to also learn how to create recipes. So we're gonna create a recipe, one recipe, so that you guys will create the rest, and then we customize the theme and make it our own. Okay, so that is what basically what we're going to do next. So let's jump into the back end of this particular website. All right guys, so at this stage we will look at the settings of WP Delicious plugin. Okay, so I'm going to take you through all the settings and then we look at it one after the other. So what we're going to do is we're going to hover on WP Delicious over here, and then we'll come to settings. So just hover on it and click on settings to go to the settings of the plugin. All right, so the first settings that we're going to deal with is the general settings, and under it we have the permalinks. Okay, so the permalinks are basically the link structure, how the links are being structured for this particular plugin, okay, for our website. So you can change it over here how you want it. So the recipe base, remember that when we were on the setup wizard, or when we started this importing the website and then we install the plugin, we had to do all those setup with the permalink structure and all those things. Yeah, so this is the same thing over here. Okay, so we've already done it and we're not going to go through it again because we did it from the beginning. But then this is the recipe base, the course base, the cuisine base, so you can change everything over here if you want to. Okay, customize it the way you want to customize it, and that is what basically it. Now let's go to the customization over here. So this is the pro version, and some of them are the pro version, some of them also you can be able to do it. So if you want to change the primary colors over here, you can go ahead, decide to change it to any color that you want. If you want to change the secondary color also, you can go ahead and change the secondary color the way you want. And then the layout, the default layout is basically we have 3 different layouts for the free, the default one, layer 1, and then layer 2. Okay, so you can decide to change it anyhow you want it. So basically what it means is that if you go to the the recipe that you've created over here, this is how it's going to be. So you see this card layout over here, that is basically what it's talking about in the settings over here. So this is how it's going to what it's going to be. So but you can change it to this place. So if I click on this one and I click on save changes over here, and then maybe let me go to a different one over here, and then let's say I click on this one to check how the layer is behaving. If I go over here, you see this one has changed. Okay, so basically the layer has changed. So as you can see, this is how it looks like. Okay, it's not looking the way it's looking over here. Okay, this one is what is different. Okay, and that is basically it. So you can change the layout anyhow you want it. Okay, let's bring it back to this one, the default one, and let's refresh. Let's save it, go back over here and refresh this one. Let's see how this one will also behave. Let me just refresh this one. All right, so as you can see, now it is back to its normal default position. Okay, so basically that is how the card also behave. Now let's go to the recipe settings. Okay, so we're gonna click over here, and under the recipe settings, there are so many settings over here that you can play around with. So you can go to the general settings, and then under general settings you can check out the display recipe on homepage. So if you want to display recipes on homepage, you have to check this, toggle this one over here. Okay, so how many recipes do you want to display per page? It's 10 over here. And then enable Elementor support. So if you want to use Elementor, you can enable this one, and that is what basically it. Now if you go to the recipe post, okay, so with a recipe post, it says what recipe details. So enable recipe details header if you want to enable the recipe details header. If you also want to enable recipe featured image, you enable it. Now all of them are toggle enabled. Okay, so as you can see over here, you can check for other course method. So for instance, if I cooking method, if I don't want to show author, so if you look over here, we have the author over here, which is copy, right? You have the cooking method, cuisine, courses, and then recipe keys. Let's say I just want to show maybe cooking method, cuisine, and then courses, right? And then I want to disable some of them. So I've disabled the author. Let me see, recipe keys, I also want to disable it. Okay, and then I'm just going to click on save over here. All right, so now that I've clicked on save, let me go back over here and then refresh it and see if the author and all those things will be disabled. So as you can see, all of them are disabled over here. Okay, so basically that is it. So these ones you can be able to check and see what you want to show, what you don't want to show, and all that. Now some of them are also in a pro version as we go along. Now let's go to the recipe archive. Okay, so this is the settings for the recipe archive. Just like you have post archive and all those things, this one also works with the archive also. So how you want to display or enable header display, the grid view, or you want it to display as what a list view, the pagination, and then we also have recipe taxonomy, subtitles, and all that. Now let's go to recipe index. Okay, so with the recipe index, basically how the title, index title, and then recipe index description. Okay, so all these things you can be able to change it the way you want it. And then ingredient. So every recipe have its own ingredient, right? So if you go over here and then you are checking, these are the ingredients. As you can see over here, these are the ingredients, right? You can scale the ingredients either up or down, right? So if I want to scale it up, it could be something like this. It doubles this one, right? I can triple it over here. Okay, and I can just make it half also. Okay, and then I can bring it back to the normal ingredient, right? So basically that is how the ingredient also looks like. So if you come to the here over here, these are the settings of that particular ingredient. Okay, so the quantity, the the unit, the ingredient, and then the note. So when you go to the back end of it, you're gonna see it. Okay, so we have the quantity, and all that. You're going to see it at the back end when you're creating your recipe, okay, for it. Now you can also enable checkboxes. Now if you want to enable or disable checkboxes, you can do so. You can also make it be either one column or two column. Okay, so you can also do so. And then you can show adjustable servings. You can also show adjustable serving type. You can also show your use fractions. Okay, so let's say I want to save this one, and let's go back over here and refresh this one and see if it's going to be in two columns. So as you can see, it is in what? In two columns over here. Okay, so basically that is how it's going to be. And there is no checkboxes over here for you to check, right? And that is it. So I'm just going to go back to it normal and then enable the checkbox and then save this one. All right, so now we have ingredients done. Now let's go to nutrition. Nutrition also is very, very important. So you can display your nutrition in different layouts. So we have also another one over here, which is layout one over, and then the default layout. And then if you want to show nutritional facts, you show it that the text that will show is over here. And then show 7 size. If you want to show or enable 7 size, you can. And then also the layout over here. And then you can enter additional nutritional elements also over here. Okay, so if the default one that they have, you don't like it, you can be able to add your own also over here. And then also daily value disclaimer. So this is the what percent daily values are based on 2000 calorie diet, so you can change it to anything that you want to change it to. And then display nutrition facts in standard mode. So if you want to display nutritional facts in standard mode, by default the nutritional chart is displayed in primary color. Enable this option to switch to standard color mode. You can do so over here. And then display nutrition with 0 value. So if there are nutrition with 0 values and you want to display, you can toggle this one to display it. And then disable percentage values also. If you want to disable percentage values, you can do so also over here. And then if everything is all right, just go ahead and save it. Okay, and that is it. Now let's go to the search settings. Okay, so with the search settings, we have a lot of filters that you can filter in. So these are all basically for the searching. So this is a search recipe page over here, and you can show search bar. You can also search logic, so end. You can also go ahead and then just search filters. You take the ones that you want to take, okay, and then the ones that you don't want to take, also all of them. Everything is over here for you. Now let's see how it works. The search settings. So let me go over here, and then let's say I want to go to the front end. All right, let's go to the front end, and then where do we search for? Okay, so let's go to, let's say, recipes. Okay, and as you can see, you can narrow your search, okay, based on so many things over here. Okay, so these are all recipes. Okay, these are all recipes, but you can also narrow your search based on what these settings over here. Now I'm gonna go to this place, and then I'll click on recipes over here. Okay, so basically this one will only work in the pro version, so I'm not going to I don't know why this one sent me to a different place. Okay, so because I have to change the links and some of the things over here, and that is why it sent me to a different place. But then when you have the settings over there, it's supposed to work for you. Okay, So the search bar, specifically the search bar, is supposed to work for you. Let me just go to one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the back end, and then I'm going to go to the page, which is the search page. Okay, because the search page is not being displayed on the front end. So I'm going to go to the search page. I want to see the search page over here. Okay, so this is what the recipe search page. Okay, I'm going to go to the search page over here, and then go ahead and then check that particular page. All right, so this is the search page, and this is the settings that we are talking about. Okay, so you can search. This is the search bar over here, and this is the the other settings. Okay, so you can filter seasons, you can filter cuisine, you can filter recipe type, you can go ahead and filter cooking method, you can go ahead and filter the difficulty, ingredients, simple factor, sorting, recipe badges, recipe dietary, and then you can even reset it. Okay, so these are what the search settings that we were talking about. Okay, so based on whatever you check is whatever it's going to come. Okay, so but as you can see, we don't have the search page on the on the menu over here, so it is up to you to add it so that it comes over here. The recipe search will come over there. So that is with the recipe search also. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to the next one, which is what print settings over here. So every recipe have a print kind of like button over there that you can click on it, and then it will print the recipe for you. Okay, so for instance, if I go over here and let's say I want to check one recipe, so let me go to the Indian whole grilled chicken recipe. Okay, so with this one, if I scroll down, you see this one have what print recipe over here, right? Yeah, I can also jump to recipe, and then it will still have print recipe over here. Now if I click on it to print, I'm going to have this whole new tab open for me with all the recipes and everything about the recipe over here for me. Okay, and then I can go ahead and click on print, and it's going to print it for me if only I'm connected to my printer. If I'm not, then I can really download it as a PDF, and then I can be able to use it anywhere I go. Okay, so basically that is how the print settings also work. So you can adjust that print settings over here. Okay, so either you want to enable that button or you want to disable it, you can do so over here. And then if you want to add your logo also to it, you can add that logo also over here. And then also allow users to customize. Okay, if you want to allow users to customize the print settings and all that stuff, you can do so, enable that options over there. And then we also have embed recipe link. If you want to embed the recipe link, you can do so. And then also display social sharing, embed author information, and then a thank you message. Okay, so you can always do so over here. After that, click on save to save the changes. Now we also have custom icons. Okay, so with the custom icons, if you have any icons or SVG icons and other icons that you want to display over here, you can go ahead and add them over here. Okay, and then the next one is author settings. So with the author settings, the author is the one who is what publishing the recipe. Okay, the one who is publishing the recipe. If you want to enable the author profile, if you want to show author archive header, and then also the recipe author, also you can choose or select it for it, or the admin is automatically the recipe author, and then the author name over here. Okay, so also subtitle, you can write it over here, and then the description, if you want to add any description, you can go ahead and add your description over here, and then you can go ahead and upload an image for the author. Okay, and then also the other social media links all can be added over here. Okay, and that is it. Now you can also go ahead and go to the next one, which is the review ratings. Okay, so review ratings is also very, very important, but unfortunately we have some few few settings about this one. Just enabling and disable or default reading label, and that is it. If you want the pro, if you want more settings, you have to go for the pro version of it. Now we also have related recipe. If you want to enable related recipe, you can enable it and then enable this option to display related recipe on single recipe page. So as at now, there are no related recipe over here. Okay, there are no related recipe over here. Okay, but you can enable it, and the reason why mostly there are no related recipe over here is because after this recipe, if you scroll down, you're gonna have what? You're gonna have next recipe or previous recipe also over here. And then if you look at the sidebar also, there are a lot of recipes also over here. Let me go to here. If you look at the sidebar also, you see, check sidebar, there are featured recipe over here. Okay, there are also other recipes, popular recipes over here. So also another featured recipes are also over here. So there is no need in adding more and more and more. But of course, if you want to enable the related recipe, you can go ahead and enable that one also. And then we also have the call to action. Okay, so call to action is also very, very important, but unfortunately it is only on the pro version. All right, so now that we have our recipe settings done, now we're gonna go ahead and look at the monetization settings. Now of course, every every website which is a blogging website, you want to monetize your website. Okay, you want to make sure that you get money from your website, and that is where the monetization comes in. So we're going to look at equipment of the monetization, the all the other integrations or the affiliations, but unfortunately these are in the pro version. So if you have the Chicory integration, if you have the Chicory integration, or is it Kikory or Chicory? Now I don't know how they pronounce it, but then if you sign up for it, you're gonna be able to just link this to your integration, and then you can be able to use it for your monetization. So they say monetize your recipe card with contextual in recipe ads from relevant food advertisers, and offer your audience recipe shoppability at 70 plus integrated retailers, including Instacart, Walmart, and Kroger. Okay, so you can do so over here by just signing up for this integration method, and then they will just put in some text and other stuff from different food advertisers into your website, which in turn you'll be generating money for yourself and then for your business. Let's go to affiliate. So if you also want to enable or enter your affiliate link also, you can do so. So you can enter the URL for affiliate sign up. Okay, so enable this option to display powered by WP Delicious on recipe post. So if you want to enable it, you can go ahead and enable it. So on all your recipe posts, let's see if it says WP powered by WP. Let me go ahead and see what it says at the bottom over there. Okay, so this one is what they are talking about over here. So you see recipe card powered by WP Delicious over here. Okay, so you can either disable or enable it depending on what you want. Okay, and that is it. Now you can go ahead and even have more affiliate and other stuff by just getting the pro version of this particular plugin. Okay, so if you want to also have affiliate WP affiliate program, you can just sign up over here so that you will be able to enter your affiliate link over here, and then whenever somebody clicks on this particular one and they go ahead to purchase the plugin, you're gonna have what have some few coins to your name, okay, and then you can be able to use it, and that is it. Now let's go to the next one, which is user engagement. Right now, with the user engagement, we have a lot of settings. Let me see, user engagement. Okay, so we also have a lot of settings over there. We have auto load recipe, inline related recipe post, sticker, recipe bar, emoji reactions, recipe submissions, user board, and then social sharing. So let's look at recipe submissions. Right now, if you want users to be able to submit recipe, you need to have the pro version. So as you can see, you can enable user submission by having the recipe pro, the WP Delicious Pro version over here. And then we also have user dashboard. Right, so users can be able to log into your website or register on your website. Okay, so recipe dashboard page, you can select a page to display the recipe dashboard. So you can go ahead and select a page which is the recipe dashboard over here, and then we can go ahead and let's say user registration. Enable this option to allow user to register on it. Generate username, generate password if you want to generate it automatically. Also, terms and conditions. Enable this to to require terms and conditions in registration form, and then terms and conditions, you put in your terms and conditions over here, and then also upload your login form photo. Okay, so you want to upload a photo over here, you can do so, and then you can click on save over here to save it. Right, so now we have a user registration over here. So now let's look at how the user registration works. I'm going to go and see that particular page. I want to see how it works. Okay, so I can't see it over here, but okay, so recipe dashboard, that is it. So I'm going to copy this one and I'm going to paste it over here to see how the dashboard really looks like. So this is what the recipe dashboard. Okay, so it doesn't really have much things over here, but you can make this dashboard your own by getting the pro version, and then also getting enabling the user submission and all that, so that it will be what interactive. Okay, and then you can also take away this particular how do you call it, sidebar over here, make it big. Okay, and that is what the user dashboard. It doesn't really require much, but you can see your favorite. Okay, so if you have been able to add something to your favorite, you can be able to see it also over here. Okay, so basically that is with the user dashboard. And if the person is not let me just open it in a new incognito tab, and then so that you're gonna see how it looks like if the person is not logged into the website. So I'm gonna open it over here, and then let's see how it looks like. So you see, you're going to log in, okay, or you would create an account also over here. Okay, so basically that is how it looks like. All right, so now that we have our dashboard settings done, now let's go ahead and then go to the social sharing. So with the social sharing, we have Instagram, we have you can enable the options over here, and then we have Instagram over here. We also have Pinterest also over here. So depending on what you want, you can be able to enable whatever thing that you want, and then you are good to go. Okay, so and then we also have miscellaneous. Now recaptcha and then email templates are all over here. Okay, so if you have Google recaptcha settings, you can be able to do it also over here. Enter your Google site key and then secret key also over here. You choose the recaptcha version, and then you click on save settings also over there. And then you also have the email template. Okay, so email template also, you can set up all your email new account, what kind of email goes over there. You can set it up over here. And then if somebody is resetting password, what kind of email will the person also receive, you set it over here. Okay, so basically that is how it looks like. Now we also have performance. Okay, so if you want to boost your performance, that is, make sure that the website really works faster, you can enable or disable some of these things also over here. And then it's also have, you know, all the shortcodes that you need for the website to work. So for instance, you have the carousel shortcode, the list shortcode, and then a recipe archive shortcode. You can add all of them in pages so that it's going to work. There are a lot of shortcodes also in the pro version that you can be able to check it out. Okay, so basically that is the settings for our recipe. So WP Delicious settings is what we've gone through, and I hope with these settings you can be able to create your own recipe when the time comes. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and check out the recipe, and then also set out some of the courses, the cuisine, you know, the cooking methods, the recipe keys, and then we also check out the recipe badges, and then the dietaries and all that. Okay, so we're gonna what? All right, guys. So now we're gonna go and we're gonna add our new recipe. So what we're going to do is we're gonna hover on recipe over here, and then we check out all recipes. So all recipes simply means that when you create a recipe, that is the page, or that is the place that all your recipes is going to what is going to come over here. So as you can see, we have all the recipes already imported for us over here. Okay, so basically that is all recipe. Now add new recipe simply means that if you want to add a new recipe, this is what you're going to click on. And then the courses. Okay, so what are the courses? Now courses is basically not like a course or a school course that you are taking, but you know, in food we have what we have courses. We have you know, maybe appetizer, you know, beverage, breakfast, dessert, dinner, lunch. All of them are what are kind of like courses. Okay, so you can list all your courses also over here. And then we have cuisines. Okay, so there are a lot of cuisines around the world. We have the Chinese cuisine, we have the you know, Asian cuisine, Indian cuisine, Italian cuisine, Mexican cuisine, African cuisine. We have the Nigerian cuisine. We have the Ghanaian cuisine. We have, you know, Jamaican cuisine. A lot of cuisines also over here that you can be able to add. Okay, so if you want to add a new cuisine, let's say I want to add an African cuisine. Okay, so I can able to add African over here and add a cuisine to it. Okay, or I can just decide to say maybe African, and then over here you can pick a parent cuisine. So let's say an African cuisine is under a certain cuisine. So let's say a Ghanaian cuisine will be under an African cuisine, right? And that is basically it. So you can pick a color. You can also pick an image, a taxonomy image that you want, and then you can click on add new cuisine. Okay, you can even add description and others. You see that they've added descriptions over here, but with us there is no description. Okay, so that is it. Now you can also go ahead. Let's say I want to add a Nigerian cuisine. Nigerian cuisine, so food like eba and agushi soup or amala, and all those things are all part of what Nigerian cuisine. And Nigerian cuisine is under African cuisine, so I can be able to just put African over here, which is the parent, and then I will go ahead and click on add new cuisine, right? So basically Nigerian will be under what African, and that is what it. I can also go ahead and add a different one. Let's say Ghanaian cuisine, and Ghanaian will also be under African, and it will come over here. Okay, so basically that is it. And then we also have cooking methods, right? So what kind of cooking methods are you using? So are you frying, are you boiling, are you simmering, are you, you know, grilling, baking, and all those kind of what cooking methods? You can list them over here. Okay, and then we also have tags, so you can add your taxonomies. You know, you can add your tags and other stuff over here. We also have recipe keys. Okay, so with the recipe keys, we have cold, we have corn free, dairy, dairy free, egg free, freezer meals, gluten free, high protein, ghetto, a whole lot of what recipe keys. Every recipe key that you need or you have, you can add them over here. Okay, and then recipe badges. Okay, recipe badges. So if it is tasty, you can add a new recipe badge which says what the food be tasty. If it is healthy, delicious, sumptuous, any kind of badge that you want to add, you can basically add them over here with images and other stuff. Okay, and that is it. And then we also have dietaries. Okay, so with dietaries also, you can add some dietaries that that you want to add over here. Okay, so basically that is all under the recipe. So we're going to add a new recipe for our website. So let's click on add new recipe or add new over here. Under recipe, click on add new, and we're going to have a page opened for us. And then after that, we will give a title for our recipe. So what we're going to do is we're going to just add this jollof rice. Okay, so jollof rice, I'm going to give it to my Nigerians. Jollof rice, Nigerian jollof rice, right? Well, I don't know how to prepare Nigerian jollof rice, but I mean, I'm just going to use dummy things and other stuff to be able to come up with what we want. Okay, so basically this is what we're going to prepare. This is the recipe that we're going to, I'm just going to copy everything over here, but just to show you how these are done. Okay, so that is exactly what we're going to do. So we add a new recipe, and then we're going to say it is the name of the food is what? Jollof rice. Okay, jollof rice, whether it is Nigerian or whatever it is, it's still jollof rice. Now you can add a description over here. Okay, you can go ahead and add let me just close this one. You can go ahead and add a description also over here. Let me go ahead and close this one. All right, so you can go ahead and add a description. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one. Just copy this one, right? Yeah, just copy this one. Now, of course, you can either add it over here or decide to hold on, and then when you come to recipe subtitle, okay, so you can just add whatever it is. So I'm going to say African jollof rice, and then underneath this one, which is the recipe description, I'll add this one over here. So this is the description for our recipe, and then recipe keywords. So what are the keywords that you're going to add? So I'm going to add this one, which is what? Jollof rice, chicken, any keywords that you think is okay. So I'm just going to say maybe Nigerian jollof. Okay, or I can also say Ghanaian, jollof. Okay, so Ghanaian jollof. So you can enter any keywords, maybe Senegalese jollof or whatever it is. And then the difficult level. So what difficult level? Let's say it is beginner. Okay, and then the preparation time. Let me look at this one over here and see the preparation time they gave for it. Okay, so we have prep 30 minutes, cook 60 minutes, rest 15. So I'm going to do so prep 30, cook 60, and then rest 15. Okay, and then so the total will be 1 hour 45 minutes. And then cooking temperature, I'm sure it is 200 degrees. Yeah, so I'm going to go for the 200 degrees Celsius, 200 Celsius. And then this one I wrote 50. So meaning that if you have $50, you can be able to cook jollof rice depending on the number of people you are cooking for. Okay, so that is basically it. And then the calories in the jollof rice is 285. Okay, so 285 calories. And then the best season, we say suitable throughout the whole year. So every all the time you can be able to eat jollof rice. So you click on save over here to save changes. Now we are done with the recipe info. Now we can go to the ingredients. So this is where you add all your ingredients. Okay, so number of servings. So how many people are you serving these ingredients to? So I'm going to say 8 people. And then the ingredient title. So this is a section where you add your ingredients. So ingredients over here. Now we see the ingredients, they have quantity, unit, and then ingredient name, and then note. Okay, and then we also have ingredient length, which is in the pro version, and then unit conversion also, which is in the pro version. But we're gonna focus on ingredient over here. Okay, so add ingredient, and then the quantity is maybe 2. This one, 2 what? Okay, 2 what? So if you look over here, we said what? 2 large, 2 large of ripe what? Tomatoes. Okay, so 2 large, let me say 2 large, and then over here I'll just maybe I'll just type in 2 large ripe. Okay, so ripe tomatoes. Okay, and if you want to add a note over here, you can decide to go ahead and add a note. You can add different ingredients. You can add different ingredients. So let's say maybe onion. Okay, so you want to add an onion, so maybe add 1, maybe big red onion. Okay, depends on what you want. 1 big red onion. That is what basically it. You can also go ahead to add different things. So if you look over here, we've added what? 3 cups of rice. Okay, so we can go ahead and add 3, and then we say cups, and over here we say of rice. All right, so basically let's say these are the ingredients for our jollof rice. Okay, so of course there are a lot of things that you need: tomato sauce and all those kind of stuff. You're going to need a whole lot of things: bell pepper, depending on what you want. You need chicken, you need because you're going to do jollof rice and chicken. So make sure you add everything over here, and then you can be able to click here to save. Now remember that you can add ingredient in bulk. Okay, so when you click over here, a new page is going to open for you. You list all your ingredients over here, and then you can add all those ingredients in bulk also over here, and that is it. Now click on save if you are done to save it, and then we're going to go to a different thing, which is the instructions. So the instructions are basically how you can be able to prepare using the ingredients or the recipe that you have. Okay, so the instructions are also very good. You can add instructions in bulk over here. Let's store your instructions over here and add them in bulk. You can also add instructions over here. Okay, so you can go ahead and add your instructions. So if you look at the instructions over here, it says step 1. Okay, so I'm just going to say step 1, and then come over here, instruction, I'll say step 1, and then click here for the editor. So you can just put in whatever thing that you want to put in over here. So just copy, I'm just copying this one and then add it over here. Okay, that is what step 1. You can add images and other stuff also to it. Okay, now you can go ahead and add a video. You can add notes. Okay, so you can also go ahead and add instruction section, a new one, or this one. Let me delete this one, and then I'll come here and then I'll add another instruction also over here. Okay, so forget about this one. Let me just delete this one. All right, so I'm just going to use the second one that we created over here. And then this one will also be step 2. Okay, step 2. And then we're going to copy this one's also over here. So as you can see, so these are the instructions that you will be adding to to the recipe, to give whoever is coming over here for your recipe to know what instructions to follow for this particular jollof rice that you are creating. Okay, we're going to add instructions again over here, and then that is step 3. I'm going to copy this one. Okay, and then I'll come over here and say step 3, and with that step, what do we have to add? We have to add this one over here. So there are more steps you can create and add pictures, add videos. Okay, you can add notes, you can add a whole lot of things also over there. Okay, but with this, we're just going to leave it as it is and click on save changes over here. All right, so we've added our instructions. Now let's add our equipment. Okay, so with the equipment, we need to make sure that we have the pro version over here so that we can be able to add this affiliate and other stuff into our website. Okay, so let's go to gallery over here. We have to enable gallery. We're going to enable gallery, and we can add images also over here. So I'm going to just click over here, go to the media library. Okay, I'm going to go to the media library. Now if you don't have images that you want to use over here, of course you can go ahead and get your images ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my I'm going to copy go to my downloads over here. I have some images that I want to use for this particular video. So let me go to where is it? All right, my food blog over here. Okay, so I will just copy. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to send all these images over here because I'll use them at the right time. So I'm going to just copy and or I'm just going to select all of them and then just bring all of them to this particular place. Okay, so I'm just going to drag all of them into this place. Just drag all of them over here, and then I will wait for it to download upload, and then we'll continue our video. All right guys, so I'm going to unselect these ones and I'm going to use these two. Okay, I'm going to click on add image. All right, so we have 2 images added over here, and we can click on save. Now if you have video also, you can add video gallery. Okay, and that is it. Now let's go to nutrition. Okay, or the nutritional facts. Okay, so as you can see over here, these are the nutritional facts, and we're going to add all the nutritional facts over here. Okay, so we're going to start from the calories. Okay, so how many calories are we dealing with over here? Now let's go to the front end over here and see the number of calories is 285. Okay, and then the fat is 11, saturated fat is 3, cholesterol is what is 32. Okay, so we're gonna go over here 285. The cholesterol from fat is 32. Total fat is 11, and then what again? Total fat is 11, saturated fat is 3. Okay, so saturated fat is 3. Okay, and then trans fat. Okay, so do we have trans fat over here? No, we do not have trans fat, but we have sodium, which is 77. We have sodium, which is 77. Okay, so let me go over here and again. Okay, so this one I'm going to clean it because that is what calories, but we come over here to cholesterol, which is 32. Okay, and then trans fat we don't have. Let's go to potassium. Do we have potassium over there? We don't have total carbohydrate 34, dietary fiber 2, sugars 5, protein 13. Okay, so we're gonna go to total carbohydrate is 34. Is it 34? Yeah, dietary fiber 2, sugar 5. This one is 2, sugar is 5, protein, what protein we have 13, protein we have 13, and then do we have vitamins and all those kind of stuff? I don't think so. Okay, so we're going to just leave all of them as it is, and then you can add all of them, because definitely you're going to have vitamins and all of them in this particular, but then because of the video I'm just showing you how you can add some few nutritional values over here. Okay, so now we've saved the changes. Now let's go to the last one, which is what the next one, which is notes. Okay, so you can add notes also over here. So any notes that you want to add, you can add notes. You can also add extended content also over here, and then FAQs. Okay, FAQs also you can be able to add it over here, and then you also have call to action, okay, which is also in the pro version. So if everything is all right, just click on save over here. Now we are done creating our recipe. Now we can go to on our right hand side and click on recipe over here. Now we can set a featured image for it. Okay, just go ahead and set a featured image for it. So let's say we're going to set this one as a featured image for our recipe. Now let's scroll down, and then the courses, right? You can select courses also. So you can have it as a lunch, you can also have it as a dinner, right? You can also have it as a dinner. Okay, so let's say I'm going to have it as a dinner. Okay, I'm going to add a new course to it. All right, so I can have it as lunch and dinner. I can go ahead and then also choose a cuisine for it. So as you can see, we added the African cuisine, and then it's also under it you have Nigerian cuisine over here. Cooking methods, you can choose maybe, let me just choose simmering, but you can also choose boiling, okay, or baking. I know some people bake jollof rice. And then the tags, you can add all the taxonomies that you want to add to it. Recipe keys also, you can go ahead and add your own recipe keys. So maybe corn free, high protein, you can add all those things. Anything that you want to add, you can add it over here. Okay, maybe let's say sugar free, because there is no sugar in it. And then recipe badges also, you can be able to add it is healthy, it is also tasty, and then it is delicious. Okay, so I'm going to add all those things over here. And then dietaries. Okay, so if you have any dietaries, you can also go ahead and add them to it. Now if everything is done and you think everything is okay, you can go ahead and publish this one over here. All right, so now let's take a look at our recipe. I'm going to just right click this particular one and open it in a new tab and see how our recipe looks like. All right, so this is our jollof rice recipe, and as you can see, this is how it looks like, and we are good to go. So you see, it's delicious, right? Yeah, so when you hover on it, you see you can pin it. Okay, and then the cooking method is simmering, it's African, and then the cuisine, the courses is what is dinner and lunch. All right, so we have all this thing done, the difficulty, the prep time, everything is working perfectly fine. Now let's go to the ingredients over here, the instructions also over here, and then we have our nutritional fats also over here. Okay, so everything is perfectly done, and that is how you can be able to add your recipe. Now I'm going to go back to the settings and then add the other things that was supposed to be added that we removed. You remember when you go to the WP Delicious and you go to settings over here, let's go to settings, Okay, I remember we removed recipe under recipe settings. We removed certain things. Okay, so let me see, is it recipe index? No, not recipe index. Recipe archive, recipe post. Okay, so under recipe post, remove certain things. Okay, so remove the author. We're gonna bring it back. Remove the recipe keys, we're gonna bring it back. Okay, yeah, so basically that is it. I'm just going to save it, and then I'm going to go back over here, then refresh this one, and as you can see, we have all of them back again. Okay, so these are perfectly yeah, perfect recipe done. You can click here to print it, or when you click over here, you can go ahead and print it also over here. So guys, our recipe is all done, and this is how you can be able to add recipe on your new website. Now we have been able to learn how to add recipe. You can go ahead and add all your recipes and other things over here. Now let's go ahead and see how we can be able to customize this website, make it our own. Now first of all, let's check out the back end over here, and then we're going to go ahead and see appearance. And appearance, we're going to go to menus over here. We want to see how our menu looks like. So let me go to the home page of the website so that you see how our menus are arranged. So this is our menu over here. Okay, this is our menu. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here, and then there are different menus set up for us. We have the footer menu, the primary menu, the quick links, the recipe. We have the secondary menu and the social menu. But let's look at the primary menu. So select the primary menu and click on select over here. All right, so you can add anything that you want to add over here. Okay, so this is what popular. Okay, you can add anything that you want to add. This is the about page, this is the home page or the front page. Okay, this is the recipe. Okay, so in the recipe, you see they've added the custom links over here. I'm going to just remove this one and add a pound sign over here so that it's not going to direct me to any page again. So under recipe, you can add all other pages also to it. And then we have this one, which is the suggest me. Okay, so let's say I want to change this one to surprise me. Okay, so all what I need to do is just go to WP Delicious over here, and then under it, you see that we have this one which says surprise me, right? I can click on it and just just copy this one, and then just put it over here. Okay, and click on add, right? So you see this one, that is the surprise me. Now I can just come over here and put it right over here and just delete this particular one. Okay, I'm going to delete this one. Now we have our blog, we have our contact. So let's say we want to add a dashboard also to it. So I'm going to go to the pages. Okay, so go to the pages over here, and then recipe dashboard. Okay, and then also the search, right? Recipe search. Okay, so I can just add these to it. So this is, instead of recipe dashboard, I'll just say dashboard over here. Okay, and then instead of recipe search, I'll say maybe all recipes. Okay, so all recipes, right? All recipes. Yeah, and then what I'll do is I'll leave the dashboard here, but I'm going to drag this particular one. I'm going to drag it to on top of, I'm going to drag it to let me just remove yeah, on top here. Okay, I want this particular one to be not to be there. Okay, I just want to remove this one. I want to remove this one, and then bring this ones underneath this all recipes, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I want. Okay, so you see how I'm doing it. You just click and drag and then position it wherever you want to position it. Okay, all right, so now we have this one done. Now all I need to do is to click on save menu. So click on save menu, and then go to the front end and click on refresh. You're going to see that everything that you've done will come. Okay, so we have all recipes over here, and as you can see, when I click on all recipes, it will take me to the recipe search. Okay, now over there also, when I scroll down and I say search recipes, it will also take me to a different page, but this we have to remove it because this is not what we wanted. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here, and then I'm going to remove this particular page which says search recipe. Okay, so I'll remove it, and then I'm good to go. Click on save changes and I'm good to go. So now if I go to the home page and I hover on this one, there is no search recipe over here, but then when you click on all recipes, you're supposed to have all the search things that you can be able to use it to search your recipe for you. And then we also have surprise me. Okay, so with a surprise me, that is what we did. It will just surprise you with a recipe. Okay, so that is it. So it's just going to surprise you. Just do a quick random search for you, and then it will surprise you with a recipe. And then we have our blog, we have a contact, and then we have our dashboard. Okay, so basically that is it. Now let's say we want to customize the you want to change our logo, you want to customize the front end and other stuff. How do we do that? Okay, so we can do that as simply as quickly. Now click on customize over here. All right guys, so now that we are at the customization session, so the customize, what it does is it helps you to be able to customize your theme. Okay, so that is basically it. So we are over here, and what we're going to do is we're going to customize the front end, the header, and all those kind of stuff. So first of all, let's go to the main header over here. Okay, so click on main header, and then you're going to see general and then social settings. Click on the general. Okay, now you can either enable the search over here or not enable it. Okay, or you can go ahead and go to the social media settings, and then just arrange anything that you want to arrange over here. Okay, so basically that is it. But if you want to, let's say customize certain things like this one, you can click on this one and it's going to take you over here. Okay, so that is the site identity, right? So you can also get it from this place, right? So click on here and then it takes you to the site identity. Now you can change your logo over here, so just click on change logo, and then we're going to use this one which says taste good. We're going to use this particular one, and then I'm just going to skip cropping, and as you can see we have a logo over here which says taste good. Okay, so after that I'm going to just click on publish. Now of course you can set up your logo width and all those kind of stuff. Anything that you want to set up, you can be able to set it up. If you want to hide your site title or you want to show it, you can also go ahead and show it. Okay, I think our logo is set up. Now there's also team info over here. Okay, so if you want to know the documentation and all those kind of stuff, you can click over here to be able to get the theme documentation for it. And then also we have homepage builder. Okay, so that is the most important thing that we have to do. The homepage builder helps you to be able to build your homepage. Okay, so that is it. So it says refresh the customizer after publishing new changes. Okay, so that is it. So choose homepage builder. So let's say we want to choose this one, page builder, and then you can be able to build your page using this particular home page over here. So with this one, what we can do is, if you want to change anything over here, you see this icons over here, like the pencil icons and all those kind of stuff. Yeah, we can go ahead and then be clicking on it, and it will change things that we want to change for us. But I'm going to go through because yeah, so this is the front page settings that I'm looking for. Okay, so we're going to go to the front page settings, and as you can see from the front page over here, we have the banner section, we have the recipe category, we have the featured area, we have the news section, we have the blog section, we have about section, recipe index section, search section, category section, call to action section, featured on section, and then sort front page section. So we're going to go ahead and start with the banner section. Okay, so this is the banner area. Okay, this is the banner section. Now it says, well, choose banner as static image or video. Okay, so it depends on what you want to choose. You can disable this banner over here, and it will what, it will go away. It's not going to come. So as you can see, it has been disabled over here. Okay, so we have disabled it. You can also come and then what, enable it by selecting the banner slider, banner as slider. Okay, and then the slider content style, how do you want it to be? So you can go ahead and then click on either latest post, the category, or the latest recipe. So we're going to use latest recipe, and then the number of slides, how many recipe do you want it to slide? You can choose either 3, you can choose 3, you can choose 4, you can choose any kind of thing that you want. Okay, so let's say I just want 3 slides, so it's gonna just slide 3. Okay, and then auto slider, if you want it to be an auto slider, you enable this one, you toggle this one. Loop slider, if you want it to be loop, you toggle this one. Slider caption, okay, if you want a slider caption also, you toggle this one. And then full image, so let's look at the full image and see how it looks like. All right, so this is the full image, so this is how it's going to be like. Okay, so basically they are not going to be the same, and that is why it is better for you to not use the full image, unless maybe all your images are basically the same. But if they are not the same, it is better you disable the full image. Okay, and then slider animation, so you can know how you can be able to use the animations also over here. So if you want to just zoom in, zoom out, slide, fade in, fade out, that kind of a thing, right? Slide left, slide right, those things. So let's say I want to say maybe zoom out. Okay, so let's see how the zoom out is going to be like. Oh, okay, so this is how it's going to be like, right? See how it is fading, zooming out. Okay, so we can select the one that we think it is okay for out. So fade out left, fade out right. So let's say fade out right. So this is also how it's going to be like. Okay, but it all depends on what you want. So I'm just going to use slide out right, just slide out right. Okay, so this one is okay for me, and I'm good to go. So you can also change this one which says read more. Okay, so you can say maybe read more recipe, read more recipes. Okay, so depending on what you want, so that is the read more button also over here. So you can change it to read more recipes, and let's publish it. And I'm gonna go to the front end to see how it looks like if the read more recipes are there. So I'm gonna go over here and then click on visit site. Okay, so as you can see, we have read more recipes over here. Okay, so basically that is how we will be able to see it. Okay, so depending on how you want it, it depends on how you want it. If that is how you want it, you can be able to just change everything the way you want it. So you can also change this fade and all those kind of stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to say slide. Okay, so let me just say slide and see how it looks like. Okay, so the slide is not what I really want. Homepage settings. Okay, guys, so one thing I've realized is that if you go to homepage builder over here, okay, if you go to homepage builder over here and then you choose a page builder, right, you choose page builder and then you publish it, I've seen that this one will disappear. Okay, front page settings will disappear, right, because you want to use your page builder to be able to build your front page. So if you want to use this customizer to build your front page, always make sure that the customizer is set over here. Okay, and that is it. So we're going to go back to the front page settings over here, and as you can see, you can have all our things. So we were on the banner section over here, and then let's go to the recipe category. So these are the recipe categories. Okay, so you can either choose a post or recipe. Okay, these are all the recipe categories, and this feature is in the pro version, so you can't do nothing over here. Okay, so that is it. So if you want to get a pro version, hold on, I'll show you how you can be able to get it. Now the featured area also is, this feature is also in the pro version. Okay, so featured area also is in the pro version. You see all the featured area also over here. Okay, you can browse through everything that you want to browse through. Okay, all of them are in the pro version. You can't get it over here. Okay, so that is basically it. And then we have the newsletter. Okay, so the newsletter, that is why over here banner section, after that we don't see recipe categories, you don't see featured area, we only come to the news letter section over here. Okay, now with this one you can add your newsletter over here. You can just change everything that you want to change over here, and then you are good to go. So that is what with the newsletter. So you see, you can change things over here. Right now this newsletter is controlled by the Blossom Themes email newsletter. Okay, so you make sure that you have that one before you can be able to go ahead and then add it over there. And then we also go ahead to go to the next section, which is the blog section. Okay, so recent recipe, which is this one. Okay, and that is what the blog section over here. You can be able to add anything that you want to add over here. So this one is for recent recipe. Now you can change it to anything that you want to change. You can add a description, and then you can add read more also over here. And then post per page is what is 4. Okay, so you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all of them you can, and then you can load more also over here. And then let's go ahead and then go to the about section. Okay, we also have the about section over here, and with the about section, let's see where is it. So this lady over here, so you can change anything that you want to change also over here. Based on whatever thing that you do, you can change anything that you want to change by just editing this section. Okay, so that is the about section. And then we also have the recipe index section. Okay, this feature is also in the pro version. We'll install the pro version, so we're gonna see. And then we have the search section, it's also in the pro version. And then we also have the category section, also in the pro version. And then we have the call to action, also in the pro version. And then the featured on as seen. Okay, so if you scroll down, you see this one over here, which says what as seen on. Okay, so you can add all images that you want to add over here. And then we also have sort front page section. Okay, which is also in the pro version, of the website. So basically that is how you can be able to edit the front page. There's not much over here, but at least if you are using the free version, this is what you're gonna get. But if you are using the pro version, you're gonna get a lot more. Okay, so that is it. Now these are page settings. Okay, so page settings and other stuff, you get it over here. Single post. Okay, single post, you're gonna get it also over here. So basically that is it. And we also have additional settings like the notification bar settings, the performance settings, custom script, and then customizer reset. And then we also have the core settings or the core customizer, which is by WordPress. You can have all of them over here. So basically that is how you can be able to edit the front end. Now of course, if you want to edit this footer also, you can be able to do so. So if you go to the footer settings over here, you can be able to edit, the copyright and the design and other stuff. Okay, so if you look over here, this is the copyright. Now if you want to remove this one, you need to get a pro version to be able to help you remove it. Now over here, I can decide to change this particular footer one. Okay, so this is under widget, right? So if I remove this one, I can replace it with anything. Okay, so let's say I want to replace this particular image. I can go inside it. Then I have a different image, my logo image in white. I can be able to use it to replace it. So this is my logo image. I can click on select over here, and it should remove this particular image over here. And as you can see, this is what I have. So let me just shrink it a little bit. All right, so basically that is it. So I can still make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so this is the logo over here. Now you can change the text also over here. Instead of yummy bite, I can make it like taste good. Okay, so let me just make it taste good, not taste good, taste good. All right, so I can make it to like a taste good. Okay, so let me remove this one from here. And it's gonna taste good is a food, whatever, yeah, that kind of a thing. And I can just click on publish to publish it. All right, so with this one, the quick links and recipe and all those things, those are all in the widget. So if you want to customize the widget, you have to come to the core over here, go to widget, and then you see we have footer 1, footer 2, footer 3, footer 4. Okay, so footer 1 is what we did. Footer 2 is the quick links over here. See this one? This is the quick links, okay? And then footer 3 is the recipe. So these are all links created in the menu side, and then you can bring it over here, okay? So basically, it's not anything big. That is it. So that is how you can be able to customize everything on your front page using the Yummy Byte theme. Okay, using the Yummy Byte theme for your website. So now that we are done over here, now that we've been able to do certain things that we have to do over here, I think our website is good to go, and we can be able to customize the rest of the page the way you want it. So this is basically how you can be able to create a website, a food blog or a food recipe website using the Yummy Byte theme and then the WP Delicious plugin. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can be able to install the pro version of this particular plugin. Okay, so if you want to know how to get a pro version of this particular plugin, then please stay along and then don't go anywhere. All right guys, so our next step is to get the WP Delicious Pro and also the Yummy Bytes Pro to be able to use on this particular website. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave a link in the description for you guys, and then show you how you can be able to get this particular plugin. The link will take you to this website over here, which is WP Delicious website, and then you can be able to check the pricing and other stuff up. But I have the pro version over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to download them and use them. So as you can see over here, this is what WP Delicious Personal. So I can be able to click on it and then just download them. Okay, so I'm going to download it, and I'm going to do same for the Yummy Byte Pro also. So this is the Yummy Byte Pro pro plugin. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on it and then also download it. Okay, so this is the Yummy Byte Pro. So I'm going to just click on it to download it. All right, so as you can see, these two plugins are being downloaded. So I'm going to wait for them to download, and then I'll get back to you guys later. All right, guys, so I have the two, the plugin and then the theme all downloaded over here for me, and I'm going to use it on the website. So I'm going to go to my website over here, And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the back end. Okay, so let me go to the back end, and then I'll be able to install them over there. So for the plugin first, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the plugins over here, and I'm going to click on add new plugin. Okay, so instead of searching for it over here, I'm going to just go ahead and click on upload new plugin over here, and then I'm going to drag my file. Okay, my WP Delicious file. I'm going to drag it. Make sure that you drag it into the choose file over here. So I'm just going to drag it into this place, and I'm going to click on install. All right, so the plugin has been successfully installed. I need to just click on activate plugin to activate the plugin. Okay guys, so the plugin has been activated successfully. So as you can see, this is WP Delicious Pro over here. Okay, so we need to activate the license of that plugin, but before we do that, this says that it requires WP Delicious recipe plugin for food, which is formerly Delicious Recipe, and we already have it over here. Okay, so we already have this one over here, so we are good to go. So now we have the plugin installed. Now what we need to do is to just go ahead and then get a license and other stuff, and then also be able to use it on our website. Okay, so as you can see, we have license activation over here. We just need to go ahead and then activate the license, and then we are good to go. Okay, so now what we will do is first of all, before we do that, we want to also go ahead and install the other plugin, which is the WP the Yummy Bytes plugin. So what we're going to do is click over here to add new plugin, and then we will be able to click on upload plugin. All right, so we're going to choose the plugin, or we're going to drag in the plugin into it. So we're going to drag in the plugin. So you see this one, Yummy Bytes Pro plugin. Okay, so we're going to just drag it in. Okay, remember that we are installing it as a plugin, not as a theme. Okay, so we're going to click on install, and the installation is done successfully. Now we're going to click on activate plugin. So we click on activate plugin. All right, so they said we should activate our license key. Please activate your license key to enjoy the benefit of the pro version. An active license key is required to receive the plugin updates and support. So we're going to click over here. Okay, now Yummy Bytes says we should be able to activate. So you're going to put your license key over here and then click on activate, right? So we're going to go back to our account over here, and then you see where it says license key. I'm going to just copy the license key of the Yummy Bytes Pro over here. Just copy it. Now you see that it says was 0 activations, right? 0 of 1 activation. The same applies to the personal the WP Delicious over here. So I'm going to go over here and then paste my license key here. All right, so my license key has been pasted over here. So I'm going to just click on activate to activate the license key. Okay, so it has been activated, and it will expire on August 28th over here. So I'm going to do same for the other plugin also. So now we have our license key activated. Let me just refresh the website and see if the license key is working properly. So now the message that says we should activate the license key is no more there. It's gone. Okay, so what we have to do is to also activate the other license key. So activate license key, a plugin license WP Delicious Pro. So we have to click here to enter the license key. So I'm going to just click here, and then it's going to take me to this place, and I have to enter the license key over here. So I'm going to go back to this website, scroll down, and then I'm going to copy this particular license key over here, come back over here, and then paste it inside this one. and I'm going to click on save over here. All right, guys, so the license key is activated, and as you can see, it will expire also on the 28th of August 2025. So everything is working properly. Now I am good to go. So now if I go to the settings of the WP Delicious over here, I can be able to do all settings, okay, without restrictions. Okay, so if you go over here, I'll be able to, where was the reception, let's say monetization over here, right? And if I go to equipment, you see now I have all the equipment settings opened for me. Okay, I can be able to enable custom equipment tab, equipment per row, and then equipment short code and all those things, affiliate disclosure and all those things. You can be able to set all those things up, show on recipe, show on equipment page, show on equipment card and all those things. Okay, you can be able to do that. Now if you go to the recipe settings, also all the other settings that I wasn't working, all of them will be able to work. So let's say review ratings. As you can see, everything is now working over here. If you go to related recipes also, now everything is open for you. Call to action, you can be able to enable call to action also over here. So all the things that wasn't working is now working. Okay, now let's look at the theme itself. So if I go to appearance and I go to customize, okay, so I'm going to open it in a new tab over here, and I go to customize. Now the theme will be it's also having the pro version. So now we are good to go. We can be able to do anything that we want to do on this particular theme. All right, so now as you can see over here, now we have even keywords recipe, right? We have keywords recipe over here. You can be able to 60,000 plus recipe keywords. You can be able to learn more and customize it for yourself. You have the site identity also working. If you go to the homepage builder also over here, you can choose here and here. Now let's go to one thing that we wanted to, I want it to work. So the front page settings also over here. Now everything should be working. Banner section, let's look at the banner section. As you can see, everything is now working without restrictions. Okay, without restrictions. So you can be able to do more with this particular pro plugin than the free one. Okay, so all the things that you can't do with the free plugin, the pro plugin allows you to be able to do it. So with the featured areas, okay, you can be able to add all featured areas and other stuff with the newsletter area, the blog session, the recipe categories, and all that. Okay, so I want to see something. You see category section, call to action. Okay, this call to action wasn't really open. Now it is open for us. We can be able to do everything that we want to do with this particular section. Now there is also a banner section that I want to check and see how to be able to work your way out with this thing. So I'm gonna go layout here. If you go to layout over here, if you go to layout and you see slider layout, okay, that is what I want, slider layout. Now you can choose different layout for this slider. Okay, so you see this one, let's say we want to use this particular layout, we can be able to use this layout and make it work fine for us. Okay, so now you see, now we can have this kind of layout. We can publish this one over here, and when we go to the front end, it's going to show the way we want for us. So as you can see, now we have this kind of layout for it. But if you are using this kind of layout, make sure that your your images for your recipe, they're all the same. Okay, they're all the same. It should be, just like this one. Okay, so they should all be the same so that they don't mess up your website. Okay, so you can use different layouts. Let's say I want to use this particular layout also over here. I can be able to use this layout. So if I come over here and I refresh the website, like I told you, your images should be the same. So as you can see, I'll be able to have this kind of layout also over here. But I think the best layout that fits all our images is this default one over here, and that is why we want to still go back to this one. Okay, now the last one I want to show you is also let me go over here. Okay, so for now let me show you let's go to the customizer settings again. I want to show you how you can be able to set up your footer and all those kind of stuff. Okay, so if you want to change your footer, if you want to change the footer credit and all those things, since we have the pro version, you can be able to do all those things also well. All right, so we're gonna go to footer over here, and then now you can see we have even another one which says affiliate disclosure. Okay, so you can be able to disclose, have some affiliate text and other stuff over here. If you go to footer settings also over here, you can be able to hide author link, hide WordPress link. So if you go over here, scroll down, okay, you can be able to click over here to hide the author link, okay, and then you can also hide the WordPress link also. Right now it could be you can add anything that you want to add over here. Okay, so copyright 2023, so let me say 2024, and then I'll just say maybe powered by Kaetech Digital. All right, so now you can have your footer done successfully for you. Okay, you can add anything that you want to add over here, and then you can publish it. So your footer is now rest assured everything is working perfectly. Text color, footer, widget color, background color, you can change the background color to anything that you want to change to. Okay, so basically that is the footer. Now let's go back to the back end over here, and let's look at the theme also. So we're gonna go to Yummy Byte. Okay, so Yummy Byte settings over here, and let's see if we can import a different starter site. Okay, so we're gonna go to starter site over here, and as you can see, you can click on import starter site, and now we have all of them, the pro version and all those things. We can import anyone that we want to import. Okay, we can import every pro version that we want. Okay, so let's look through and see which one is nicer that we can be able to import. Okay, so you look through the ones that you feel like you can go ahead and import. So let's say this particular one over here, I can be able to click and then say maybe import. Now remember that this one is an Elementor template. Okay, so you need Elementor, right? So as you can see over here, everything is perfectly well. I'm going to click on import complete site. Okay, I want to proceed, continue. Okay, so I want to click on import demo. All right, so all these ones I want to click on continue, and then I'll say maybe delete previously imported site. So I'll click on this one so that it's going to delete all previously imported sites for me, and then I'll have a complete website new again. All right, guys, so our demo has been successfully imported, and now we are good to go to check our new website out. So let's go ahead and check the new website that we're going to create, that we've just imported. So we're going to click on view website. So let me just go to the front end over here, and just refresh this particular one for us. All right, guys, so this is very beautifully website that we've created. We now have a new website, food blog. Okay, everything is perfectly well, and this looks good. This looks really good. Okay, all the images that did not really appear, we can just go ahead and then insert new images for it. So it's not any big deal. Okay, but everything is looking great. Everything is looking perfectly well, and we are good to go. So now we have a new website which looks massive, like a pro website. Okay, so that is it. We can just adjust everything just the way we did for the previous one, for you to know how to be able to go about things, and we can be able to create our how do you call it, our recipes for this particular website. So this is how you can be able to create a recipe website and a food blog website for your clients, or for any particular food project that you are doing. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Kobe. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Bye bye.